All the 2000s kids have been clamoring for this one. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Dear Kid. We're back again with another video. So we got our first little trailer for Freakier Friday, the sequel to Freaky Friday from Disney, and also one of the weirdest ones. I could just say I wasn't expecting a sequel to this, and I could say maybe it's because of early 2000s syndrome. I said, okay, the movie ended in a bottle. It almost teased a sequel, but then it did that thing where it's like, oh, we're jokingly gonna disregard that and actually go with the ending we had planned. Since then, there's been a remake of Freaking Friday that actually came out as a Disney Channel original movie, which I could just say, no, that's not one of their good ones. But also, when they announced this, I said, oh, that's interesting that you're going to be doing this. And before the whole change up with Disney Plus, it was going to be a Disney Plus original, like how Hocus Pocus 2 was a Disney Plus original. And they said, oh, we're going to be doing some of their sequels to their older movies and putting it on a streaming service so everybody can watch it. But until a couple things changed up when Bob Iger came back. So now stuff like Lilo and Stitch is going to be going to theaters. And when they said this was coming to theaters, I said, really? Are people gonna care that much? Because I feel like people who grew up with the movie and actually watched the movie like me, I'm like, okay, it's cool that it's getting a sequel, but in theaters, I'm not even sure if it has a big enough audience for it because I don't even know like people of this age, but like people like me, like who grew up with the 2000s and the earlier movie, we know it, and we're also more iconic with the characters inside of it, like Lindsay Lohan and the height of her fame at the time, and also the fact that I kind of watched it because Jamie Lee Curtis was in Halloween, and I kind of stuck on around it every time she's in something. And a quick also throwback because they put out the poster for this thing, and I could just say, oh, they're going old school. Like it looks like it hasn't changed that much. I don't even know if like I think the premise for this one is the fact that they grew up later along in the future, and also the fact that their daughters, I guess they're going to be switching bodies with. I guess Lindsay Lohan is going to be switching bodies with with her daughter, and I guess Jamie Lee's going to be switching up with her again. I don't even know how the combo is going to be for this one, but I know they're going to be switching around, doing the whole family tradition thing. And I could just say it's kind of funny that this trailer is coming out a week before Snow White, so I feel like, oh, they didn't just put out Lilo and Stitch, oh, as a remake trailer. Okay, that's gonna be their next remake. But something tells me when Snow White comes out, this is gonna be like the main trailer that's gonna come out before it. So that's gonna be hilarious to see. Monologue out of the way, let's get to the trailer.
Oh, that's interesting. Your lifelines. It's like they've intersected before. You've walked in each other's path. Oh, strange. Really? You learned a lesson. A lesson that may serve you again. Okay, that's enough.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Bye.
Did you feel that?
I think it's just all in our heads.
Something about the tone of it is giving a little bit of 2000s.
Oh my god! What was that?
Oh no, not again.
What's happening?
It's alright.
Who's in my body?
It's okay. It's me, Harp. It's Mom.
Wait, what? If you're me and I'm you, then who is that?
I'm Grandma, sweetheart.
Yeah.
My face looks like a Birkin bag that's been left out in the sun to rot.
How do we fix this? Last time, we convinced everyone that we were each other. Until we switched back.
Some characters returning.
Oh, girls, that doesn't work. Ow!
I think I just peed a little. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for you to make your sexy grand entrance.
Sexy grand entrance.
Yeah, you can't forget Chad.
That.
I don't know, something about this trailer, tonally wise, I'm like, okay, it looks a little bit almost like it could have been on Disney Plus, but something about it feels like they give it a little bit more of a budget. Also, the fact that I can just say maybe it's just me with the way movies are made nowadays, but normally we don't get movies like this, if you get my drift. Tonally, everything from what I'm seeing is like, oh, it's the basic plot of the first one, except it's going to be doing a little thing where now it's the daughters and the grandmother and also the mom that are switching bodies within each other. But also, it's like, yeah, we've seen this plot before and we've seen it done in other things. Like, most notably, I can just say one of the biggest ones is Scooby Doo when they did that whole thing when the gang switched up against each other. But the way I'm seeing it like this is more the fact that this seems a little bit more of like a throwback, and also that it seems fun, and they're actually going along with the premise and going far with it because everybody's down to have fun in this one. Also, the fact that I feel like this is more old school Disney feeling. I don't even know if that makes any sense. And I hate to be the grandpa in this situation, but like back in my day, Disney made movies like Sky High, they did Holes, Freaky Friday along that lineup. But I feel like, yeah, with those movies, they were good for the time. And at least those movies actually feel like actual, oh, we're growing up and these are actual kids or teen movies in this case, where everybody can watch it. And it's not just one of those things where, okay, this is specifically made for kids, so kids are the only ones enjoying it. I'm getting early 2000s vibe with this trailer, and hopefully enough when the movie comes out, it actually does give off that tone and vibe because I feel like everything Disney has now is a little bit more corporate, a little bit more okay. It has to be this type of thing, and actually we're just throwing out a sequel to make a sequel because that's what they tried doing with Disenchanted and with Hocus Pocus 2. Because with both those movies, I could just say I feel like, oh, we wanted a sequel to these, but since they were put on Disney Plus, it's like, okay, we have to make it just to make it. And here it looks like everybody's having fun with the roles, and hopefully that we get a good movie out of it. And it's coming out that far too. It's coming out in August. I normally wouldn't say why was it coming out in August, but I say if you put this around the early September release, right when everybody's getting ready to go back to school, I say this would be a good throwback to actually bring kids into the theater since they're going into school. But I don't know, that's just me and also the way I think of movies nowadays. But I feel like with the time with this coming out in August, that's far along away from the whole competition in July, and also a slower month in August since I don't know if anything is coming out. I don't think anything like big is coming out in August, but at least Disney has room for themselves for once. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.